Somebody can be a high income earner and still not be wealthy. It is not your job that actually makes you wealthy. It's what you do with the money that you earn from your job that creates wealth for you. A lot of people don't own anything that generates money without them. Property is one of the ways that you can use to build and scale wealth for yourself. Right, guys, welcome to the Witness Mtaka show. My name is Witness Mtaka, and as I always say, I'm committed to helping young men find meaning, find purpose, make money, and find fulfillment. And speaking of fulfillment, it's very difficult to find fulfillment if you are not serving. And the best way to serve is to find a gap in the market and serve other people so that you can make money. And if you are able to make money, have impact, and have purpose in doing that at the same time, or fulfillment coming out of that, then you have won, my friend. But there's a difference between making money and building wealth. And today, I want to talk to you about the difference between making money and building wealth. And speaking of building wealth, property is one of the ways that you can use to build and scale wealth for yourself. And adprop.co.za is one of the platforms that you can use to buy a property, to manage a property, to rent out a property, to sell a property, to become a service provider as somebody who's servicing the property industry, either as a maintenance person, an electrician, a plumber, a builder, anyone that works in that industry. Go onto the platform, register as a user, be it you registering as somebody who wants to add a property, or you are coming onto it as a tenant to find a property to live in, or as a buyer to find a property to buy. That's your go-to platform if you are serious about building wealth. But you have to understand, making money is about income. So meaning somebody can be a high income earner and still not be wealthy. And somebody can be a low income earner and be wealthy based on the fact that they invest their income in things that help them build wealth. Because building wealth is about control. Making money is about income. You're generating money, you're creating money. But as you're making this money, how are you now translating it into wealth? What most people get wrong, they think a high income means, wealth, and it doesn't. Having a high income doesn't necessarily translate to being wealthy. Have you ever heard of high income earners like doctors, engineers, accountants, professionals, right? In companies? A lot of them from the outside, they look wealthy because they've bought the things that make them look like they're wealthy or maybe rich. However, that does not necessarily translate into direct wealth. The fact that you've bought the car, the fact that you live in a nice estate, doesn't necessarily mean that you are wealthy. It simply means that you are using your money to finance a lifestyle. So financing a lifestyle using high income does not necessarily translate into wealth. Number two, a lot of people don't own anything that generates money without them. Hence, I emphasized at the beginning when I was telling you to look at adprop.co.za that you will be able to make money by buying a property that's income generating. And that income generation, we're talking about generating income without necessarily having to be there on a daily basis. So investing in businesses that also generate money with or without you. Being on AdProp, generating a referral code and being part of the referral system and referring people to be part of AdProp also means you can be able to make money without you being there all the time. Once you've gotten people to use AdProp and they pay for the platform on a monthly basis, you get paid. For as long as they get paid, they pay, you get paid. So if you have 1,000 people registered on AdProp and each of them, from them, you are getting a commission of $100, a commission of $200, then it means you are making 100,000, 200,000 simply by referring people and making sure that they use AdProp. I don't have a code of my own, but I will be having it soon. But perhaps you can get onto the platform right now and generate your own code. So you have to have something that generates money for you, whether it's something that's a system that you own, a business that you've built, a software that you've built, a book that you've written, a property that you've built and generated money from it through rental income. You need to have something that generates money from you. A lot of people focus on earning and not multiplying. So hence the focus becomes, I've got one job, let me get another one. That's not multiplication. That's earning. That's addition. Your job, let me tell you, your job might actually be enough, because it is not your job that actually makes you wealthy. It's what you do with the money that you earn from your job that creates wealth for you. Hold on to the thought. So there are different kinds of wealth formulas that you can look at. You have to own assets that grow in value. What are the assets that you can own that grow in value? So some assets, like for instance, me saying to you, build an Airbnb business without owning a property, by putting up a deposit on a property, renting it, and then putting up furniture and doing Airbnb. That's a business. But the thing that will make it valuable is the growth in it and the management system of everything that you're doing. However, the property that you would be operating the Airbnb from will not necessarily be valuable to you because it's not yours. But if you've got multiple locations, the thing that becomes valuable then is the system of how you manage everything. So, owning businesses that generate money, owning property that generates rental income and grows in value, owning investments in other people's businesses that are going to generate money and pay you on a monthly basis will ensure that you grow in value, or they grow in value, these assets, and your value ultimately in terms of net worth is also elevated. You have to have money working for you. Compounding. I made an example about these books behind me that they were not bought all at the same time. They were bought over a prolonged period of time, probably more than 15 years, right? Over a period of time, one book at a time. Read a book, put it out, read a book, put it on a shelf, read a book, put it on a shelf. That is what compound interest is about. One investment at a time, one property at a time, applying patience. A lot of people want to get rich now. That's where the problem is. They want to have the Range Rover now. They want to have the nice car now. They want to have all the nice things now. You have to understand that there's nothing wrong with getting nice things, but generate income from assets that will ultimately be paying for the things that you want that are nice. Build something that outlasts you. Legacy. You see, at Prop, the reason I'm part of it, I see it as something that's going to be changing the lives of so many people in the country. It's going to change the lives of property investors, the lives of service providers, the lives of those of you who want to buy and sell property. Your lives are going to be elevated by doing that. And in closing, if you want long-term wealth, you have to move beyond just making money. You have to understand that once money is made, it has to be multiplied, it has to be increased, and it has to be invested. And you have to place yourself in a position where you don't constantly always have to work for money. Work because you enjoy what you do. Work because you're in a space that elevates you as a person. Work because you're in a company that adds value to you in terms of your fulfillment and your purpose and your meaning in society. If you can't build that company yourself, work for a company that does that. Do the work that gives you meaning, that gives you purpose, that gives you fulfillment while making money at the same time. And as you make that money, find ways to increase it, find ways to invest it, find ways to scale it. Now, there's a book I've written. It's more than just money. This book here, A Guide to Escaping the Rat Race and Building Generational Wealth. You have to purchase that book. We'll put a link in the description box, or you have to go to my website, www.witnessmtaka.com. You'll find it. And for those of you who want to know what AdProp is, please go out to www.adprop.co.za. Now, some of you are always asking me, when are we having seminars? We've got our next one this coming April, on the 5th of April at the Royal Marang Hotel. Go on to Web Tickets, you'll find tickets there. And every single month, we'll be having a seminar at a location near you. From my team and I, broadcasting from our office in Johannesburg. Thank you for watching the Witness Mtaka Show. Don't forget to subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. In fact, it is going to add value to you. Peace out. We'll see you tomorrow in the next episode where we'll be talking about the fastest way to increase your income in 2025. Your income has to scale, and we are committed to helping you do that. Thank you, my friend. Cheers.